and welcome to the Pixel Shed podcast in a little bit of a weird situation because we've got more people than usual, so we've decided to accommodate this lovely green screen. We've got, as usual, Jacob Dickens, Alex Daniels here from LSJ.
What up?
And from Food Feed Online,
Yeah, that is it.
it's Phil and Alex.
Hello.
This is going to get confusing because there's two Alexes now.
I'll be Sheldon.
You be Sheldon.
Oh,
Okay.
Thank you.
So we
It
got
works.
I appreciate
That's
that.
alright.
Got
That's
this.
alright. You can have the name.
Voices. How is everybody doing?
Slightly delirious because I'm so tired.
Quite tired because I was up last night playing a game.
Oh,
Yeah,
You too.
I'm okay. I napped.
I'm perfectly fine.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Everyone's good except for Jacob, who.
You bad.
Well, we decided to start doing our Game of the Year stuff this weekend.
Yeah.
And what have we got done, Jacob?
We basically only have this weekend. I've scripted it, Joel.
You've scripted it.
You know, if you were up on time,
I thought you were
and
filming
we could
this
have
on my
filmed it.
birthday.
No, we were recording a million other things on your birthday.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you didn't show up to the conversations.
Hey, we played Trivial
That-
Pursuit.
literally-
You got lost, I think.
I did not get lost.
You messaged
I went
us-
to the pub.
He
We had a
messaged.
spot of cake.
He's messaged us. I'm having a spot of cake, and we all had a good giggle about that.
I wanted a spot of cake.
Had a spot of cake and
Yeah,
never
but-
It's
ate it.
literally just
but-
a dab on the tongue. Yeah.
That's how I eat it. But also, I messaged you after that.
Yeah, you did.
I did. Yeah.
You did.
It makes it sound like that was the end of it.
Joel
It was
was
not.
inebriated. It's okay.
Yeah.
I was.
To be
we-
fair,
we
I
had-
can't talk about being inebriated.
We had a Sam Gilbert.
We did.
We
Okay.
did have a Sam Gilbert who left a nice pancake residue on my couch.
For a minute, I thought you were going to be like a pancake shit
I
on
mean,
the, on the, on
that's
No,
better than
she
most
ate-
residues.
It's
But
like a
Yeah,
cow
but he ate like 6 packs of those Scotch pancakes you can get from Sainsbury's
oh,
within the course.
Through
of
the
Good
course
effort.
of the evening.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was truly a feat. But
Nice.
video games,
Yeah,
they're a
Video
thing.
games.
I play them.
sometimes.
I do too.
Let's jump over to the two guests that might get up and leave in a bit.
We're not gonna tell them when. We're just.
No,
yeah,
we're
just
gonna
gonna
get
walk
up. We
off.
might even get up during this conversation.
Yeah.
Take
well,
off.
I think
I
I'm
was
done, guys. considering So- actually.
Jump up.
Sheldon,
Hello.
what have you been
You know,
playing
it's
recently?
stripping off.
Recently, Fallout 4.
Oh,
Yeah, I know I'm still on that train because it's amazing. Not sure if it's as good as previous ones.
No.
A bit of a controversial opinion.
Seems to be the sentiment of the Pixel Shed, actually. It's
Really?
all a bit
What do
underwhelmed.
you think about it?
so I've put in like 2 days into it at this point,
I've put probably about 15 hours.
and Ollie
Ooh.
has restarted twice and got caught up with himself twice now.
Yeah.
But like we've all come to the conclusion that it's just not as. It's a very good game,
Yeah.
but it's not the same leap from
Hmm.
like an Oblivion to Fallout 3 or Fallout 3 to Skyrim sort of deal.
Yeah,
And I
I
think that's kind of dampened our entire.
I actually prefer it.
Do you?
Yeah, I think the combat's better.
Oh yeah,
And
the combat's way
Yeah,
better.
definitely. And considering how much of a portion of the game the combat is,
Mm.
I think that's a plus. And I prefer the upgrading systems. I spent way too much time building settlements, so
I think it's more polished, so like
Oh,
the game looks
yeah.
better. There's the mechanics in some respects are better, like the upgrading stuff. But I feel like a lot of the RPG elements have been put on the wayside because
Yeah.
of that. New Vegas definitely was a lot more
Complex.
complex.
Especially if you played in hardcore mode.
Yeah,
Um,
having to drink water to survive.
Yeah.
feed yourself, which is the only time I use cannibalism.
yeah.
May as well make it easy for yourself.
Exactly. No, but like, where are you up to?
I've put in about 2 days,
Yeah.
so quite a considerable amount. I don't want to spoil anything, obviously, but
It's-
like gone pretty far in the main story. I think it's. I've taken sort of a break from it now. I
Yeah.
feel like it's not keeping me long enough. I think once I'm done with the main story, I might give it a bit of a break as well. Just a lot of the side quests are literally just do the same thing over and over again,
It's a lot
especially
of go
the
to a
damn
place and
Minutemen, which
Yeah.
is just like, ooh, go into this village and save them from a ghoul 50 miles away.
and it's
It's
like
wonderful.
it's like I've not been here before, so I can't quick travel
Mm.
to just get it over and done with as quickly as possible. But like the thing I'm realizing with like the combat and stuff like that is that VATS is almost useless.
I know these
Whoa.
A lot of the time. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Get on that chair, Ollie
Okay.
Saville.
we've got a new person.
You're interrupting my discussion.
Talk about Fallout 4.
This is how guests get treated, is it?
It is, apparently. Just come on
The
in.
trifecta is complete.
There we go.
You might
It's-
want to come
Yeah, you
forward
just.
with it.
It's alright. We only assume.
They're all
So-
long.
No,
You just
words.
off screen.
So you,
I just want to know, what do people think of the power armor?
I love it.
Mechanic? Really?
I love it.
it's like a car that I can take care of.
It's like a car that you don't really want to use because
Yeah.
you're worried you'll have to leave it somewhere
And
by
every-
accident and forget where it is.
And then
but-
every time I get in it, Strong dislikes that, and everything I do, Strong dislikes.
Oh, I
so
don't
it's,
bring strong with me.
so it's like, but then he's wandering around the place going, oh, don't like that power armor. It's like, fuck off, Strong. I'm playing the game. Like, no one else fucking comments on anything you do with the power armor.
Not the
I even
power
put people in the power armor just so I can bring it with me.
armor.
I enjoyed using the power armor. I just found it a bit odd with my playstyle.
What's your playstyle? Sneaky?
Yeah, I play stealthy and I've got like a knife and a pistol. So
You're
Like
a
a
turn.
But you're hulking.
yeah, when I first used it and I had the minigun, it was great. And then I tried to use my normal playstyle, and like you go into third person, and you just wonder how does he even hold the
Massive
pistol?
thing, yeah.
Like, his finger won't even fit through to pull the trigger. It just
Yeah.
kind of clips into his hand. And
Yeah.
I play more of a like rifleman sniper sort of
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
and then it kind of defeats the point of having power armor when you're 50 miles away in that direction looking down a scope.
Literally, the only time I've used the power armor throughout like the entire playthrough is just to walk through the glowing sea.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
but then like the entire time I brought Nick with me because he's the only one that can really survive without having to. All Strong can survive, but it's like Nick's the easiest one, and also he's the best character to take with you.
And he's sarcastic,
And
which
he's
is wonderful.
But the worst thing is, he just kept going, "Oh, your Geiger counter's going off. We should get out of here." And it's like, I'm in the fucking best thing in the game. Like, I've spent hours upgrading this so I could do this mission.
That is really annoying. Like, do you know Kate, the Irish girl in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's supposed to be this like badass fighter, doesn't give a shit. And I did something where like I screwed somebody, and it was like Kate disliked that, and I was like, all right, so she didn't like that. I was mean, I get it. So then the next time I was nice to someone, it was like Kate disliked that, and I was like,
You
fucking
can't win with this woman.
bipolar bitch, get your stuff sorted out.
I just hate her voice.
I've essentially just stuck with Codsworth from the start.
Oh, I don't like Cosworth.
Codsworth is the best character to take at the start because
Yeah.
he can instant kill everything.
Mm.
So
It's
you
just-
just stand back
he-
and watch him
He
murder
doesn't
raiders.
appreciate anything I do.
No,
Oh no!
none of them do. None of
I'll
them do.
try
This
and
is
have a
why I like
conversation-
dog meat.
Dog meat is the
Dog
only
meat.
one.
He
that
doesn't
seems-
say shit.
Yeah.
It's the best thing.
I'll try and have a conversation with Codsworth and he's, oh sir, I feel like we're drifting apart. I don't even know who you are anymore.
So he's like that. What,
That
you,
hurt,
so
Codsworth.
you're on your.
Well, I'm sorry, Cosworth. The world's changed a little bit since we last talked.
So I managed to get Codsworth to admire me, literally by doing the Diamond City, bringing him to Diamond City and doing all the stuff with the mayor.
I have not taken Cosworth anywhere. I don't like
No,
that.
I left him where I found him.
Yeah, pretty much paladin.
But like I had to use Codsworth for a while because I lost dog meat.
How do you lose them? They like teleport you.
Yeah, but like I sent him back to
Oh, you
Sanctuary
sent him
Hills,
somewhere.
and I sent him back to Sanctuary Hills, which is literally the only settlement I've used. I've told this before, but he fucking took my fat man with him, and he vanished into thin air. So I was like,
Strapped his
I
back.
but like I googled how to bring back dog meat on PS4 because obviously on PC you can put in
Yeah,
commands
just
and
teleport.
it teleports him right there. But on PS4 it's like, oh yeah, if you build a dog shelter and then restart the game, he'll be there. And it was like, oh cool, he's actually there now, but he's got nothing with him.
Oh no.
So it's like he must have like been deleted from, a glitch has happened, deleted himself from the game or whatever. And it's like, well,
Or someone just took that fat man off his back.
yeah.
Oh, a dog.
Did you see the video of someone followed Dog Meat home after sending him
No.
back? Because he doesn't just teleport, he like walks all the way across the wasteland back.
The adventures of dog meat.
And apparently like it takes for fucking ever because he just keeps getting attacked
Stuck, yeah.
and stuck or downed because none of the companions can die this time around.
No, that really annoyed me because it was early on, and that sounds really sadistic.
I want my friends to
I want
die.
to die.
Wanted
Early
Codsworth
on-
dead.
Early on in the game, because I don't know what it was, some big robot attacked me. I'm sorry, I don't know the names of all of them.
is it one
The
that
big ones on wheels.
Oh, like
yeah,
essentially-
Yeah, they're horrible. They're
yeah.
horrible. I was very low level, and it attacked me, and he got knocked down. Dog meat got knocked down, and I ran away, and then I realised that he wasn't with me. And there was an emotional moment where I was like, I have to go back to him. I have to get him. I can't leave him here. No dog gets left behind and all that. So I went back, saved him, and brought him on. And then I found out he wouldn't have died anyway.
Yeah,
Like, what?
exactly. I never bother. He's a waste of stim packs now.
Yeah,
I just
he
let him
is.
suffer in the middle.
Exactly. Why would you even heal
It's
them?
just like, you keep whining.
I only
distract me.
heal them because they're like moan if you leave them there. Like,
No, I let
"Ah."
him moan.
Oh no, that's why I take Piper and Nick Valentine everywhere because they don't fucking complain.
Oh, see, I had some issues with Piper.
Oh, did you run into the same issues that I did?
No, it was an issue which I believe you saw.
What was the issue?
So I'd killed some raiders, cleared out the camp, and I was quite low on health, but there was a bed there, so I thought I'll sleep for an hour, get my health back, not waste any stim packs. So I wake up, apparently Piper slept next to me,
Ooh.
Wait.
but she's not getting up. So I'm walking away.
Oh god, she died!
What did you do to
She
her?
Just wake up with
overdosed
blood
on
on your
jazz.
hands.
She is literally stuck in the sleeping position, but she's still talking and she's
Oh,
still
she's
moving.
like following you
So
around.
she is on her back, sleeping, but sliding along the map. But she can't climb stairs because she's lying down. So
That's just an
That's
advanced
incredible.
stealth
Does she get
tactic.
stuck on like doors? Like, can she go through doors? Or
well, I was,
does she sort of just
I
bang
was,
her head and feet?
I was in quite an open wasteland. I think I was on the second floor, and I just jumped down, and she managed to just kind of fall down after me.
I had that happen. She followed me. I've also told this before, but she followed me down. I jumped off a building, like off the top of Trinity Tower onto the lower level because it's like, oh wait, the roofs are kind of open here, and you can actually do some jumping. But what you don't realise is that none of the companions can jump as well. Like the reason why there's no ladders in the game because they couldn't figure out how to get NPCs to climb ladders.
I had a funny moment. There's a like quarry somewhere in the game. I can't remember what it's called again. Massive thing. And I'm just on it shooting raiders from one side of the map. And I just look over the other side and Dogmeat is on the other side of the quarry. I just hear him fall off. And I'm like, and then obviously he'd like, ow, I'm in pain, help me. And I'm like, I can't get to you.
Yeah, well,
Useless dog.
Yeah, when I did this, it's like I went. So I heard Piper go, "Oh, my leg!" And then obviously I went through the door like to this room or whatever, and Piper was incapacitated permanently until like a specific story moment between her and Nick happened, and she like the entire thing reset because I sent her back to Sanctuary Hills, and she was still incapacitated. So. Yeah, no, circling back round.
Well, so the only way I managed to actually fix Piper was I tried dismissing her, sending her home. She just lay there. She didn't even slide away home. She just lay on the floor. I managed to eventually fix her by shooting her in the head a few times.
I heard that works, yeah.
Yeah, and she just kind of jumped back up into the incapacitated position.
Yeah.
Woke her up.
It's like CPR with shotgun bullets.
Like Oscar Pistorius.
Oh.
Well, that took long.
Tone has been lowered.
Yeah.
One thing you've said so far on this podcast.
I don't
You've
know.
only said one thing, and it was under hushed breath.
That will probably get removed.
Yeah, no, the reason, like, I think the three of us have fallen out of love with Fallout 4 is
We've
because...
fallen out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Get it?
Oh.
Get it?
Ooh.
It's mostly
Got it.
because the game is a fucking technical wreck. Like,
But I love
I
that.
haven't seen too
I love
much.
chaos.
like on PS, like I've told this before, like on PS4, like there are specific areas that, like when I was that obviously a patch has just hit. So
Yeah,
like,
I've
they've
not
fixed
played it.
everything.
They haven't
Apparently-
fixed much.
They haven't fixed much, but the PS4 Digital Foundry found out the PS4 version now runs at a more stable 30.
See, I'm a console like peasant. I don't notice frame
Yeah,
rates
like
at all. You
I
could
don't-
tell me this is 60
I-
frames per second. I'll be like, oh, that hurts my
It's a bit
eyes.
rough,
That's
like-
too smooth.
Playing anything on PC and going and seeing console, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't
like
look
going,
right.
going through like
Yeah.
Fallout 4 like specific
Well,
areas
it
where
was
like
like-
the frame rate
Oh,
drops
there
to
are
10.
definite. Yeah, there are
10
definite.
frames
It
a
was like when
second.
we played Gears of War and the campaign runs at 30, but the multiplayer runs at 60.
Yeah.
So as soon as we switched between them, we were like, whoa, ooh, this is
Get motion
this is
sickness.
really smooth. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and then it's like, obviously animations weren't supposed to run at 60 or something because Jacob noticed that people were just sliding into cover.
Yeah.
Or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, you like lock onto it and just go.
It's
Bang,
always
like,
been a
get
bit like
up
that.
against it. Yeah. I love it.
But have you guys been playing
I'll let you have a go.
I've been playing a weird game, Running with Rifles, which you may
Oh.
or may not have heard of.
I've
No,
never
no.
heard of
Is
that.
this
like-
a weird indie game?
It
It sounds interesting.
yeah, it's kind of. it's a top-down shooter, but it's like Battlefield. So it's like top-down Battlefield,
Yeah.
and you kind of like you can choose different loadouts and that kind of thing. You can be a sniper or whatever, but it is just like isometric. It's really good, and it has like cover systems.
How does
stuff.
the aiming work?
The aiming works, so you aim with a mouse. It's
Yeah.
a PC game, and like if you've got a sniper, you can see further off screen and that
Oh,
kind of
okay.
thing. Yeah.
Okay, that's
So
interesting.
it's kind of good, but I hadn't played it in a while. I've got loads of indie games that I kind of bought in
Yeah.
early access, and I go back now and then, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so different now. So
Yeah, it's like I played Nuclear Throne. It's now out of early access and fully actually released, and they've changed that game a hell of a lot since the beta period because
I
now
haven't touched it.
have you played?
I remember like looking at it really early on, and I can barely remember what
So
it
it's
was.
a, It's a top-down dual-stick shooter sort of deal.
Okay.
It's roguelike style, so like you got to make it through to the nuclear throne, and
Yeah.
it tells you like you didn't reach the nuclear throne this time round. Obviously, I didn't because the game is brutal. It also just got released on PS4 and Vita, I think, at the same time as all this. But they've so like in the beta, it was like this super smooth game. You know, it was obviously janky around the edges because they're still making it up. But it was like you just go through, you start the game, you start shooting shit, you die, you get back in. Like, but now like there's like big boss monsters would appear like per level. You need to take them down to progress, whatever. But now they've like introduced like introductions to each one, and it breaks the flow of the game, which is this breakneck speed like fucking shooter where like one mistake you can die in one go. Like there's different characters.
Does anything change every time you die, or is it?
It's randomly generated levels and stuff like that, but it's like the same tile set. So it's like, oh, I've seen something similar to this, and
But it's not the same route.
it's not the same route. But it's usually like most of the levels are usually just like a square, and then a black hole will appear and you'll get sucked into it, and then you can, if you've leveled up that round, then. But the co-op is also like. So I usually play with mouse and keyboard, and the co-op is like you need controllers for it basically because you know
Sharing mouse and keyboard just doesn't work.
not because you can share mouse and keyboard, but mostly because like having someone in front of the screen hunched over playing the mouse and keyboard while they're on a controller is not fun. And also it's nice to sit back and play it, but it's like the control. I can't get used to the controls on a controller because it's like on mouse and keyboard you can just hover the cursor wherever you want to shoot, but on this it's like if you leave it dead center, it will just stick in the middle. But if you pull it in any way, like if you push it in any way, it'll like make a weird circle. You know, like it'll just like ping to wherever you pull it.
Right, yeah.
And that's where you'll shoot, and you expect it to control like that, like, but it
Does
feels
he like slowly
weird.
rotate kind of thing? Or?
No, it just feels weird. It's just like wherever you push the stick, it's like, oh, that's where I'm shooting now. But like being on mouse and going from mouse and keyboard to controller, it's like I can't get used to any of this because I'm just used to be able to swivel the mouse wherever I want really quick.
You wouldn't be able to play running a rifle with rifles with like that at all.
Yeah.
Like it's really precise.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone's a tiny dot. So.
Is there anything else, you guys?
Bit of a sad one. New WWE game. I've been playing a lot.
Hey.
I'll throw this over to Spotfest.
Hey.
What do you think of it? I'm interested to.
We both like it. We both
Yeah.
like it a fair
I
bit.
enjoy the game, but at the same time, that game is broken. We
What's
talk about
broken
Fallout
about
being a technical mess. I've had people hanging upside down
That's part of the
by their
fun.
feet from ladders.
That's part of the fun. Is
I
seeing
don't know.
like Daniel
It's
Bryan's
That's just a
arm
professional
break.
wrestling technique.
Yeah.
That's how you hang from ladders.
I don't know if you've seen the video going around of John Cena ascending to the heavens.
Yes, that was amusing. I think it wouldn't be a
Internet stardom.
wrestling. It wouldn't be a wrestling game if there weren't a few funny glitches thrown in.
Yeah.
It's only when it ruins a major match like the Dan Austin showcase bits, which is so frustrating.
Oh yeah, that just kind of reminds me that I absolutely despise the submission system.
Yeah, that's
I've
I
got
think that's
used
our
to
main
it.
gripe with it. Yeah.
I've played a hell of a lot of matches because I played Universe mode
Yeah.
mainly.
Yeah.
I play every match going through that, so you get through like hundreds of matches on that. I've not won a single match by submission. I can't do it.
I think
Oh.
it's definitely a thing you either have or you don't. Like,
Yeah.
not to sound like, oh, I've got
I've been
it. But
watching
like,
I've got it.
there's something about it where, like, because before I brought it, read reviews, read what people were saying, and there was a big, like, all the submission systems broken.
Yeah.
But I think I couldn't tell you how to do it. I don't know how you do it, but somehow I do it.
It's
He
like I
has
keep
the
getting
gift.
so
Yeah,
close.
I
the
move,
one.
I move my thumb and it just makes them tap out.
For
Apparently,
me, it
so.
feels like I'll move it, but it's just not.
It's not
intuitive at all.
responsive
It doesn't
at
follow.
all.
It
It's
doesn't
not.
feel like
It's almost
it
like it's
goes
look.
where you think
Yeah.
it should.
I think a lot of people try to do like it as a circle,
Yeah.
which is not how you're supposed to do it,
Left-
which is
so
illogical
go
as hell.
left.
So,
Regardless
so
You
if we're
have to-
explaining-
yeah.
if we're explaining it to people who haven't played it,
Yeah.
essentially the submission system is you get a circle which represents the right analog stick, and there'll be a bar. There'll be their bar,
The blue one.
Bar.
which is a blue bar, which will fill up part of the circle, which will move around, and then there'll be yours, and you have to make sure your bar fills theirs.
But you have to hold it in
Um,
their bar, and then this circle in the middle fills up. But
Yeah.
if they get out, the circle's just like it'll just go instantly. For
But
some
the
I'm
reason.
problem
already
is, it
confused.
does-
It is very confusing. If
Yeah.
you can't
Bars
see
and
it,
circles.
Yeah. I
Essentially,
just thought of a bar.
It's
I just wanted a
basically
drink.
it's a game where you have to chase their thing around this circle and try and like stay on
Yeah.
them. It's a
Right.
game of
But-
like
but the
catch
problem is,
basically.
you
I love
don't-
the Jess.
you don't
Stay on them.
There's technical terms, you know.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
It's
you
even
don't,
in the
you don't
instruction
move the
manual.
analog stick, and then
There is
it-
none.
it
Oh, this
freezes
is
one
my
place.
gripe. This is my gripe. Here we go. So I haven't played a wrestling game since 2K14, so it's not long ago. But you
missing
still
out.
they update things, they change things.
Yeah.
So I went onto the
Yeah, last year
game,
was like a great
open
PS.
box. There's no manual. That's normal nowadays. You
Yep.
think they'll show the controls in the thing. So I go onto the like options. It says like manual. Click it. Go to 2k.com, whatever, to
Yeah.
find the
It just
manual.
opens up
Excuse
like
me?
an internet browser.
Even-
Yeah,
window
no,
thing.
it doesn't even. It's not a link. It just tells you. So you have to type it in to your device and then go there.
work.
Yes.
Even on the,
Oh, it
even
annoys
on the
me.
Wii U, because games don't usually come with manuals anymore.
Mm.
Even on the Wii U, there is entire like software side stuff that takes you to a manual that you can read,
Yeah.
and it's amazing because it's literally like, okay, it's maybe 6 or 7 taps away once you figure out how the fuck to get there,
Mm.
but it works. But that's like saying
And there's
like,
no tutorial that like
no, and
there is a slight
That's my
one in the
big gripe.
career mode, but it's
Yeah.
not exactly. It doesn't teach you everything you need to
Yeah.
know. If you've never played a wrestling game, you'll need to look it up.
Oh yeah.
yeah, like
definitely.
it should as soon as you enter that page, it should like either bump you into the web browser of that system, or you know.
It just got on my nerves that back in the day when you were a kid, the manuals were something that it was almost
That's what
part
you read on,
art.
like-
It was like there would be a story part of it explaining what's going on, like what The Witcher did. Then they'd have like it explain the controls, and it would like take you through the different like gameplay mechanics.
I remember the
Nowadays
Halo
they're
one.
like, oh, we can't be bothered. Go to the
Oh
website.
yeah, I do remember the Halo one.
The Halo one, it had like a bio for everyone and
yeah,
stuff.
for each of
Yeah.
Yeah.
the races. And
That was
stuff.
something you read on the way home from the game shop.
Yeah,
when you were a
yeah.
kid. It was
Oh,
fun.
Back
you
in the
know?
car, looking at that, getting a headache.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
it's
what
like-
I read on the
Just
toilet.
stop playing it to stop watching the TV and you want to play your fucking game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, fine, I'll read
It
the
annoys
manual.
me so much now because like so many early access games, like learning how to play the game is something you have to do through YouTube
Yeah.
videos, and it's like it shouldn't be that way. That
It
should be
really
like the
shouldn't.
first thing you should do is explain how your game works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you made it and you can't explain it to me,
Yeah.
then there's a problem.
I think the only game that actually got away with doing that is Minecraft, really.
Yeah, but it's 'cause it's
the
so
whole-
basic.
The whole
Yeah.
It works.
You don't know how Minecraft works.
No, I've never played it.
It's
You
Legos.
hit things and they pop up, and then you
It's
use
Lego.
them to build other
Oh,
things.
okay,
It's
there you go.
Lego.
It's Lego. It's Lego
Lego.
with survival.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
You remember when
most-
you were building Lego and suddenly a zombie would come and
Yeah.
attack you, and if you
Oh,
didn't feed
yeah.
yourself, you'd
It's-
die.
It's tedium the game, and kids
Yes.
want me to play it with them all the time, and I'm like,
It's very much a game
Stop.
that you
My
watch on
nephew plays
YouTube
it,
and it
I'm
looks
like,
fun, and then
That's
you
how
try
we
and
get all
play
the
it.
sick YouTube views, Joe.
Yeah,
Hashtag Minecraft.
Minecraft Let's Play
Did you-
Part 437.
did you see? So
I
there's a-
finally made a house.
there's a prominent YouTuber called Stampy Cat. He's more aimed at little kids,
Mm.
like, and this was confirmed to me because I went on iPlayer after watching the finale for Doctor Who and all this, and so I saw like Stampy Cat gives a lecture, and it's like, wait, Stampy Cat talks to kids. And it
Someone
turns-
just puts like a roadkill cat in front of
Yeah.
the lectern.
And so it's this guy, and he sat on like a chair, like similar to like these, on a stage in some high-end lecture hall, whatever.
We wouldn't know what those are.
No. And
They can.
and the entire audience is like kids between the ages of 3 to 10,
Oh my goodness.
and this guy is like trying to like hold like an interview, you know, sort of like trying to like
Any
have
questions?
it explain and he's like, oh, so we're gonna, so it's like 20 minutes of like them talking about how they do the videos and stuff like that, and then it's like, Stampy Cat goes, okay, we're gonna do a Minecraft video live now, and everybody in the the audio guy must have been like, I'm bringing all the microphones down because
These kids are going wild.
everyone in the audience like fucking lost their shit, and it's like the guy on stage like giving the interviews, they're like this, like, what the fuck have I got myself into?
I wanted to be an academic, goddammit.
Where did my career go?
And it's just so yeah.
I wanted to
balls,
delve
you
deep
know.
into the mind of Stampy Cat.
This is supposed to be an interview.
Just imagine like the sound effect from Halo 3 when you got the grunt birthday party skill on. You
Yay! Are there any other games you guys have been poking at?
Should we bring in Alex?
Alex,
Yeah.
you said you've been playing a video game.
I was playing a video game, a very old video game from 2003,
Oh, cool.
Command and Conquer, and I
Oh,
got
shit.
utterly ripped to shit last night because, Command and Conquer, it's a strategy game, so
Mhm.
you build bases and then you build armies and then you fight your friends, because that's what everyone likes to do, they have to fight with their friends.
Friends,
But-
enemies.
Yeah, same.
They're friends when you start.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, well, that's it. Because last night I was playing with my housemate Paul, and he said, I will only use infantry. And I was like, okay, fair enough. And then he got a special move where it's like fuel bomb. So a plane came over. I was like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit right there, because there's a plane. That doesn't count. And I got killed because I built a load of tanks and he bombed my tanks. And then he just sent like a million guys to kill me because he was
Which
playing
Command
China.
and Conquer is this?
I have no clue. He just installed it on my laptop and then it's just
Because
like...
there are like a million
There-
Command and
yeah.
Conquers.
There's
I never liked them
Tiberium
personally.
Wars, there's Red Alert.
The
Red Alert
2003
2.
one.
What one
Red
for
Alert
Oh,
3.
2003.
That's
I think it's
Yeah.
0 hour.
0 hour. The only ones I really know are the ones with the bald dude in it.
Yes,
Kane.
Kane.
Which
Did it have a
is-
bowl guy in it?
I literally just played multiplayer.
You should probably play through like single player because those Command and Conquer games before they hit like Tiberian Wars
Yeah.
were really really
Red
good.
Alert 3 was pretty bad.
Which is all with
Yeah,
Tim
Red-
Curry in it.
Red Alert 3.
Spice.
Yeah.
Space!
Nice. Oh god. Yeah, no, Command and Conquer.
Yeah.
Throwing back.
I think I need to play through this solo game just so I can learn how to not die.
Yep.
Yeah.
It
Get
is
your APMs.
You got the age-old trap of a friend that knows how to play a game has
Who brought
gone,
me into
would
it."
you like to play a game with me, and not told you how to play said game.
Well, that's
and
it.
Good
Well,
luck.
beats
think,
your
I
ass.
think he was too smart for me as well because he said, "Oh, put your sound on your laptop so you can hear when you're being attacked and stuff." And as I was playing, I was like, USA Armor Division on scene. I was like, he knows I've got a tank now. He knows exactly how many tanks I've built. He doesn't need
His
to
sound-
see
Headphones
me.
is the answer.
Yeah. And he was just like, because he was playing as China, all I could hear was, "I was served the Red Army." I was like, oh, come on, that's not helping. I don't know what he's made.
At least it was in English. It was just Chinese. Like, what does that mean?
What are you saying?
Speaking of strategy games, I've been like watching oddly like StarCraft 2 stuff because the new one got
Since-
the last part of
Since
StarCraft
Legacy of
2
the Void
got
came
released.
out. Yeah.
and it's like I kind of want to play StarCraft 2.
I don't really know what it is. In
I
all
don't
honesty,
know
like, I've heard
anything
so
about
much
it.
about it. I know it has like a really strong competitive scene.
Yeah.
Did
Did.
you?
Sorry.
No, the StarCraft.
You're about 5 years too late, Phil.
Yeah, I was there ready. I was like getting the training montage.
This year,
I was
this
like,
year,
Starcraft,
I saw
guys.
it.
I had my Starcraft shit on.
It's just that like StarCraft 2 is like one of the oddest like situations within like the competitive scene because it's when it was released it's like top of Twitch, you know, like everyone was watching StarCraft 2 and then League of Legends hit and Dota 2 hit and now even Heroes of the Storm hit
Hearthstone.
and Hearthstone hit and it's like no one's interested in StarCraft 2 anymore.
The
Like,
Koreans are.
The
I guess.
Koreans
Well,
are
yeah.
still some of the Korean tournaments are still playing StarCraft Brood War, which is from 1999 almost like.
That game's getting its mileage then.
Yeah, like they
How
say
much did they pay for that?
Yeah.
some people
Dollar
say,
per hour.
some people are saying like that's actually the better game over 2 because 2 changed too much and they couldn't get used
Yeah,
to
but they
it.
always say that though, like about every
but like
every
it-
game.
it's after
We said
you-
it about
imagine,
Fallout a
like-
few
Yeah,
years ago.
exactly. It's
um,
nostalgia goggles to an
yeah,
extent, I
that's it.
think.
Yeah, but like they're still playing it competitively, and I don't know. StarCraft 2. I think because I'm more interested in it now that the competitive scene has almost drop dead.
Yeah, I must admit, I'd only be interested.
There's no competition
like-
now. You can just sort of roll in.
Yeah, it's like I'd be interested in playing the multiplayer maybe, but it's more of the single player campaign because I did play StarCraft 1, and that was it wasn't more. It wasn't like.
Yeah, I've read up on the StarCraft 1 story, ready
Just
to
roll
like
those
play
Blizzard
StarCraft
CGI
2 story at
cutscenes.
some point.
Yeah.
That's the only bit I'd be interested in because
Yeah, like.
my like point of reference is I know the characters from Heroes of the Storm and I do like them,
Yeah,
and it's kind of the only like main Blizzard franchise I haven't played yet.
but it's not the cool thing about StarCraft is that they know they're making another strategy game. So like each mission they put you in on the single player is like, all right, well, especially in like StarCraft 2, from what I've seen, like it's like this level like lava will rise every 5 minutes, so you've got to make your way across from point A to point B while avoiding this lava, but also carrying on to like building stuff and moving stuff about, and I think that interests me more.
StarCraft
Yeah,
things.
doing StarCraft things, you know,
Yeah.
with Jim Raynor and
Tychus and
Tychus
Nova
and the Kerrigan.
yeah.
Is
Cool.
it? Is
Let's
it?
all go.
Also, can
I don't
Is it
understand.
Minecraft in space?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Look, while you're talking that, can I just point out? I noticed how much hair is on the floor in here. That's a lot of hair.
I'm sorry, guys. I shaved before coming.
We stay on
I'm
top
not
of
His
right.
legs are buttery smooth.
I might shed every time I swoosh my hair.
He does a lot of swishing.
I do.
Yeah.
It's
Alex-
aggressive as well.
It is quite aggressive.
He took an eye out earlier. Yeah.
That's why we're on the other
Are there any
side.
other video games you've been playing?
I've been playing Infamous 2 recently.
Oh.
I fucking love that.
I feel
one.
like you're a little bit behind the times. So.
Yes, I
Hey
am
guys,
behind.
I got a PS3. It's the
Oh my
best.
god! Oh my god! Oh
You
my
should
god,
get
yeah,
one of them.
I paid £699 for it. Some guy on a stage told me that would be the best price for it.
Yeah. Cut me a real good deal, I think. Yeah.
There's this game, Hog of War, on PS1, and I paid £40 for it. It's great.
I'm too poor for a PS4.
That's what student finance is for.
Yay! No, mine all goes on beer, but
Oh.
you know,
Well, there's the problem.
There's your
Yeah.
problem.
risky. Yeah.
Literally, there's your problem.
It's not a problem until
You
it's
can quit
not a
anytime
problem
you
problem
want.
now.
We dragged him out of the gutter and into that chair.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
I'm
actually got like
drunk
an
now.
IV just dripping Carlsberg into him.
How is Infamous 2 going? I think last time we had you on the podcast, you were talking about Infamous 2.
Now it's about Infamous 1.
Oh, you're talking about Infamous 1.
Yeah, I've played Infamous 2 since then. Yeah.
Progress.
Yeah. I played Infamous the
What's
DLC.
the
as
latest
well.
one?
Second Son.
Second
Yeah,
Son, you
I
get
haven't
to
played
that
that
by about
first.
2026.
Yeah, probably.
And First Light.
I've
Yes, that's
actually
DLC.
played Second Son, so
Yeah.
I'd like to know what you think of 2, because I've never played 2.
Yeah.
2 I really like. I mean, obviously it's different because the powers are different, the characters are different, it's a different setup. But
Is it
yeah.
still Cole?
yeah, it was,
Yeah,
it's
2's
called
cold. 2's cold.
They did a spin-off as well of 2 that I played. Which was
Festival of Blood.
Like, yeah,
I've
Festival of
played
Blood
that
that
one.
was really good because
Yeah.
he like basically becomes part vampire, so you get vampire powers as well.
Yeah,
It
you've got
was
electric
course,
powers
yeah.
as well. Vampire electric guy.
Yeah, it
Oh
was
my
pretty
God.
badass. And it was only like $3.99 on the PlayStation Store at
Yeah.
one point. So you get that, and it was like
Yeah,
easily
that's-
3-4 hours of play.
Yeah, and Infamous have been like the team behind Infamous have been really good at like the DLC is all standalone stuff, so you don't need the base game to like
Yeah.
play First Light because what's the point? You've already probably got Second Son with your PS4, and if you don't, we want you to play Infamous for cheap.
Mm.
Yeah, but I really enjoy Infamous 2 because I like the power ups as well, and like the karma system I find is good because it really does. I personally find it really does change the game depending on what you choose. Like, because obviously there's points in the game where you choose good or evil, and it affects how your powers progress.
Could it be more grey though than
Yeah, I
just
think
this
it-
is a bad option, this is a good option?
It could be, but you know, there's-
At the end of the
But
day,
there's
it's
a
based
problem.
on it's like comic book
'Cause-
style where it's
Yeah.
like
I guess that if it is a
Save the bus
superhero
of
thing.
school children, or
Blow
trample
it
them
up.
all and have fun doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
yeah. But I don't know. I suppose there are some choices that could be considered grey. I mean, you know, it's like, well, it's like, do you take the easy option or do you take the morally right option?
In Infamous 1, I always saw it as, do I take the pussy option or do I take the one that gets me the cool electricity powers where I can fry multiple people?
Yeah.
I
In
always take the
time.
pussy option because
Really?
yeah, because I like to
You stand up for justice.
I stand for
You
justice.
stand up for justice behind the controller in the room.
I am the hero now. Pass me the Doritos. yeah, no, but yeah, I like it.
you like. So So that's what you've been playing?
That's what I've been playing. And then I've just been playing the start of lots of different games because I can't seem to choose right now. Like,
Are any of them in this decade?
Yeah, post
I'm sorry.
2010, Alex.
yes, everyone pick on me because I'm behind the
List
times.
them out. We'll choose one for you to play.
Yeah.
One of the ones I'm going to play is one that you guys suggested, and it was Sleeping Dogs, and I bought
Yeah,
it.
boy.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
play it. I'm gonna
I
play
still
it.
have not played.
I like Sleeping Dogs. I
Wait,
think
Shane.
it's kind of not amazing. It's kind of a B game, I think, a
Oh,
B-list game.
no.
But I love it.
That's the appeal.
But I think that's it. It's like it's not
Okay, yeah, I see where you're
it's
coming
not
from.
perfect.
But-
The driving's a bit wonky.
Let me put this across from you to you is you can jump out of a car onto another car and keep doing that down the entire motorway.
I think I'm gonna go and buy it. now. I think
Why
it's
that's
over.
why it's brilliant.
Sold.
While working for the
Yes, sir.
Triad. It's
Is
But
it-
also the police.
Does it
I
feel
never
very
did
much
any
like a
police
kung
missions
fu?
because they're losers.
Is it got that sort of like old martial art film?
Yeah, and like
They did a DLC for it where it completely rips off a Bruce Lee movie.
yeah,
With
which
Sound-
I love.
Sound effects and everything. It's amazing.
I love it when games just go, you know what, screw being serious.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
like
Go forward.
one of the DLCs was like, yeah, there's Chinese ghosts taking over the city.
Yeah.
Go sort that out. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I
Okay,
think
I
I've said before, I enjoyed Sleeping Dogs. If you're going to compare it to GTA, I probably enjoyed it more than GTA 5.
I enjoyed it more than GTA 5.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Oh, I need to
GTA
get on
five.
this.
The combat was just so much better.
It was just so fun.
It was
Mm.
just so ridiculous at some
I'm
points.
going to go and buy that tomorrow because I need
I
to
might
know.
start playing that tomorrow.
Now
yes,
that I've played
'cause I
GTA
have it.
5, I will
I
challenge you on
I
that.
spent so much time just running around and like roundhouse kicking old ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I did my first time.
I can
played
only
GTA.
take so much,
I-
guys.
Where's the spin on my life?
I'm just gonna go now.
First time I played GTA, I came out of a hospital and just beat up an old lady just to see if it was working, and then because it was in a
And he takes the gun option.
and because no, the thing is as well, this was in
It's
my
for justice.
this was
She's
in my
a
high
terrorist,
school
I
sixth form.
He's the
They
hero.
had this in the sixth form at my high school, and I turned around and I was just like, the entire room was watching me, and I was just like,
They
Yeah,
had
that's right.
GTA at your
This is how you
house.
assert your dominance over the room. Is like do the most disgusting thing possible.
Whilst
yeah, that's
making
right.
eye
It does turn
contact.
you
This is what
violent.
happens
Yeah.
to people who wrong me.
You should play Postal 2 whilst making
Oh,
eye
shit.
contact.
Oh, no.
That is a game.
I really like Sleeping Dogs, and I will say, like, I played it probably more than I have GTA 5 at this point, but I don't know, I think it's unfair to compare them because they're quite different. One is a martial arts action
Yeah,
game.
but at the same time, it's
essentially
like
when you
it's the
compare them as
open world
the kind of
stuff.
open world sandbox driving based.
Like
Yeah,
the character.
But then you could say, I mean, like, in a lot of
Combat-wise, it's
respects,
very different.
Combat-
Would you
wise, it's
include
brilliant, but
like Red
open
Dead
world.
in that?
So I've always found
Would
the
you?
combat.
would.
I
combat
wouldn't
in GTA
compare
5 pissed me
GTA
off.
with Red Dead ever.
no,
I still think they're very.
They're all
similar
open
games,
world
just in a different
games.
environment.
they're all open world games, but the mechanics are different. Like, I mean, the way they play are
Infamous is
different.
an open world
stories
game.
are different.
Yeah, comparing like Sleeping Dogs to Infamous would be like, nah, these are apples and oranges. But
Yeah.
like GTA, it's like GTA and Sleeping Dogs. It's kind of like this is
The
this
main
is a Granny
difference
Smith
is
apple.
in the combat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a Granny
The
Smith
actual
apple, and
free
this is a
roaming is
cooking
also
apple. Don't eat the cooking apple, you know, but it's still a good apple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cook it and then eat
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Make a pie.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad game, but I do think
Yeah.
like there
No,
were
I
definitely
think-
things they could improve on, which GTA has had like years to get driving
Yeah.
right and that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
But then like you go
They
back
have a
and
lot
what-
more
and then-
money.
But then
Yeah.
you go play like GTA 4 and you realise how badly they screwed up the driving.
Yeah.
But
I have
at
done
the
that.
Time,
I played GTA
At the
4.
time.
At the time,
it was
I liked
fun.
At the time, yeah, but at the same
I
time,
liked it at the
it's
time
rolling all
because
over
it
the
was
place.
like-
Yeah, it was like you were driving on ice.
But like not recently, but like a couple months ago, I played the spiritual successor to Sleeping Dogs, Triad Wars,
Oh yeah.
on PC. It's a free-to-play PC game.
It looks. Yeah.
Free to play worries me.
It was in alpha at the time. I was in like the alpha beta sort of thing. And that game was fucking junk.
It looked pretty wank.
Imagine like a slower moving Sleeping Dogs. Like somehow they had screwed up the combat, which they got so right in Sleeping Dogs.
Triad Wars is a bad name as well.
Yeah.
Like Sleeping Dogs, you're like, that's inventive. Triad Wars.
Like the
is-
driving was bad. It was
That's
basically-
just like how stereotypical
Yeah.
can we be?
This is the game. This
Like-
is what it is.
It's a B movie title.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's not even like, oh, it's Sleeping Dogs online and that's why it feels a bit junk. It's everything feels like.
Didn't they make the
half-baked.
areas smaller as well? It's like contained into small areas.
Yeah, I lost track of like there's an open world thing, but I lost track of like that where that game was going because I was just like, no.
No, I saw some footage and I just
If I
wanted
wanted
to
to play
cry a bit.
Sleeping Dogs, I'll go play Sleeping Dogs. I don't need to play this online. Also, it had a bigger focus on shooting rather than
Martial art.
hand-to-hand combat stuff, and that was.
In all the time that I've played Sleeping Dogs, I've rarely ever picked up a gun.
Yeah, like it wasn't until
The
about
gun
10
combat
hours
was
in
alright.
until like I
it's
actually
just not
shot.
what I played it for though.
No.
Well, it wasn't
Again,
until
you
about
play
10 hours in
GTA
that I
and
shot a
shit,
gun
so-
in that game, so because it's
Yeah.
rarely needed.
I liked the
Well,
combat.
it's
I did
horrible.
think it was really good, and as like a sort of martial arts fan, I love
it was
Bruce Lee
like-
movies
yeah,
and all
just
sorts.
Batman.
Just kind of going like talking about Sleeping Dogs just kind of makes me want to go back and play.
Yeah,
Sleeping
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I got the.
I want to play it
I'm
now.
excited for it now.
Dogs.
Like, own
if
it.
you want to play it and you don't own it already, I would wait until like a winter sale turns up on PSN again because it's usually like 11.
Isn't
quid.
it like the definitive edition with
Yeah,
all the
the
DLC?
definitive-
See,
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah,
I
because
just buy
I
them
got,
from like
I got
CEX.
the remastered one.
Yeah.
After already having played the first one, just 'cause I wanted to play it again with like upgraded graphics.
Is it? Can you tell the difference? Carrying
see,
it over.
The PC version was a little bit harder to tell the difference
Yeah.
because it had a 10 gigabyte like HD texture pack that came with it, which changed the game. Like it was night and day. Even playing on medium, like on my PC because I couldn't handle high, but playing on medium, it's like holy shit. I saw my friend playing it on 360, and it's like this looks like trash, and then you play it, you see it on like PC, it's like holy
Well, see,
shit.
I never really got to experience the overhaul because I had my old graphics card, which was the 760, which I ran the original Sleeping Dogs on and virtually maxed it out, and then I bought the remastered one while I still had the 760, but then couldn't max it out, could only run it at about medium.
Yeah.
And now I've got my new graphics card, which can probably max it out, but I haven't played it again.
It was one of the
So
first
we
games
have
we
to go
spoke
back to
about
it.
on
Yeah.
podcast, like almost a year ago now.
Yeah.
Over a year ago.
Shows that it's timeless.
Shows its times.
Yeah.
Like Command and Conquer.
Jacob,
I will beat him.
how far are you into getting this mount for Heroes of the Storm?
Oh.
So, do you want to explain what the
Oh,
fuck you're
we
doing?
said
What is
that.
this?
Right.
What is Heroes of the Storm for a start?
It's a MOBA.
MOBA.
Okay.
It's a
Oh, I
Blizzard
thought it was a
MOBA.
spin-off of the web
Okay.
It's a Blizzard MOBA, so it's got all the Blizzard characters in it: Warcraft, Starcraft, and Diablo fighting each other.
That sounds
And like-
interesting.
And then like
It's
all
cool.
the Blizzard games, like the Lost Vikings, are in there as well.
Yeah. That's like the only one actually. That's from.
Is there
Before then.
is there no like racing?
There's not yet.
No.
There might. There probably will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically they've introduced this stupid recruit a friend system about a year into the game's lifespan now, where you get given like a URL, and if someone signs up to Heroes of the Storm through your URL, then you, as the person that recruited them, gets bonuses if they level up far enough. They become a recruit of yours. And basically, like the coolest mount in the game that you can drive around on and stuff, you need to recruit 4 friends to level 10. And because it's already like a year into the game,
Jacob doesn't have 4 friends.
like everybody
one,
who's I don't have many friends, and the ones that I've tried to make play Heroes of the Storm have already been playing it for like half a year now. So there's no one really left to ask. So I'm having to make new accounts, like fake friends.
There we go.
Fake
He's gaming the
friends.
system.
But the
Do
thing
they
is
have
that
their own
you're
Facebook
playing-
pages too?
Endless games against the AI, so I'm not a dick to actual new players on these new accounts. So it's taken fucking forever.
How far into creating these friends have you gone? Have you like
I've
made
almost-
Facebook accounts?
I've almost maxed
Are
out
you
my
happy?
third friend.
Have they got credit cards?
Actually, wait.
Do
no.
they have names?
I've made 2 friends,
Catfish.
and one of them was my girlfriend's account. So
Well, like, is she real or?
she's a real woman. Yes, I didn't.
This is the bit he's not making up.
No, really.
No.
Yeah.
But the thing is like you start. When did you start this? This was Saturday night.
The first night that we did a stupid thing and
Yeah.
stayed here all night. Yeah.
So it's Saturday about 5 o'clock. Jacob was halfway through the first account.
Yeah.
And
This is why we're leaving at some
Yeah.
point.
Wasn't this the night you called me?
when did we call? No. This is like a week later. later.
Oh, okay.
No, but like watching Jacob do this over and over and over
It's
again.
like I like the game,
But
but
Too
it's just a
much.
stupid thing to lock one of the coolest things that everyone's gonna want, because everyone's doing this, because everyone's got the same problem as me. They're like, everyone who I've wanted to play Heroes of the Storm with has already started playing it ages ago. So everyone's doing this now.
but you are getting some good usernames out of this.
Let's hear them. I want to hear them.
Well, I mean, my main username is Captain Liger. That's what it is on everything.
Okay.
I've earned a bit of a reputation in the Pixel Shed. A
As the General.
nickname of the General as well.
It's
you'll
what his
have to-
girlfriend calls him.
Oh.
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 Command down.
Well, now.
Okay.
So,
never made
General
it
Liger is the second one.
General Liger.
Um,
Imaginative.
And then
Do you have Private Liger?
no.
Oh yeah.
The third one is not Liger related. It's to do with one of our
Wrestling.
favorite
Oh.
NXT wrestlers.
Okay.
The Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger.
Oh.
And so I am the
Well, I'm
Perfect
not even
10
going
as
to say
well.
that.
How many porno-esque names do you want to go for?
Hey, I'm gonna go for the full set.
Okay.
The plumber,
So-
the pizza guy.
This
The
is gonna
General-
be my girlfriend's account. These 4 porno names.
So going from shaming one of Pixel Shed's crew to another, Ollie, how much money have you spent on printing out the number 10?
Roughly
Ten.
£30.
Damn.
What is
Well, how
it
many?
with Ty Dillinger? That
We're going to NXT this Wednesday.
Son of a...
We're gonna be.
I wanted to, but
We're gonna
life got
We're
in
going
the
to go
way.
to NXT and we're going to be giving out these 10
Son of a
signs for
bitch.
Ty Dillinger
We've got about 400 at the moment.
Oh man.
Ollie's figured out he needs $1,000
to fill the
get-
whole arena.
Sell Ty Dillinger to me because
He's a perfect 10.
sort of
10.
done.
But like the worst thing is they've been continually every once an hour they'll play his theme song,
Yeah.
but not just the short version,
The
but
whole
The
like
entire
version.
loop. Yeah.
But 30-minute loops, and it'll just be on in the background. And it's like we start to zone it out. So I went home this morning at 6 o'clock this morning. And I couldn't fucking sleep for an hour because in my fucking head was this music.
Turn.
It was this fucking music, and then and then the music's comes to a close, and I go, shit! I need to get the audio off the zooms that I've left with Jacob. Fuck! And then the music starts blaring again in my head. It wasn't until about 9 o'clock this
Fades
morning
back
that
in.
I actually fell asleep, and it was yeah, I don't like Ty Dillinger. And then I fucking dreamt about Ty Dillinger, and I have no idea who
Course
the
you
fuck
did.
he is.
Why wouldn't you hear about Ty Dillinger?
The other day I dreamt I was in the pub.
You have a problem. You have a fucking problem.
Do you need
The
help?
waitress took the menu off me before I ordered my food. I was very upset.
This is the reputation that Alex is going to get.
That
on
sounds more
Pixel
like a
Shed
yeah.
nightmare
now.
to me.
I was
Just crack one
drunk.
open. No one cares.
And then I woke up and I texted Greg and I was like, Greg, do you want to go to the pub? So yeah.
The General, Captain Morgan over there.
Well, hey, my last name is Daniel, so you can just call me Jack.
Oh, that's
Wait.
poor.
That was
That's
like-
not poor. That's what I
I
drink.
think on that note,
That was kind of like a half. Oh, that was quite good, and half. Whoa.
Oh.
I think I just wanted a shot after that. Really.
Ollie,
Yeah,
Save us.
what have you been playing?
I've been starting to put quite a lot of time into Gears of War Ultimate.
Yes.
I've not done more of the campaign, but I've been putting quite a lot into the multiplayer now.
Yeah.
And oh my god, I forgot how fun it was to play a multiplayer game that I'm actually good at.
So we are also doing our insane playthrough
Yeah,
of Gears of War.
and we're not having much trouble. 'cause
We're not having much trouble.
we're
at the
shit
minute.
hot at it.
Just
Yeah, we are pretty good at it. There was one bit where we thought that it was going to take a good hour to beat.
You thought.
I thought, but we made it through.
There was never any doubt in Ollie's mind.
So
There's a reason I'm Marcus and you're Dom.
well, I will have the heroic death.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Oh,
Mate.
dear.
The whole playthrough that we've had recorded so far, we've literally just been shouting "Dom, Dom, Dom," because I forgot how funny Marcus Phoenix's voice is in those games. There is no normality to his voice. It's
Nice.
nice.
Is he a chain smoker by any chance?
It's the voice of Bender doing the voice,
okay.
and he's been told to do it one way, but sticks throughout the entire series, and he never drops it. But like, I forgot how good Gears of War 1 actually is.
Yeah.
Until
It's a real fun
2006 rears its ugly fucking head, and there are certain bits where it's like, oh, they didn't fix this, and they didn't fix that. This is still bullshit.
Oh, like the corridor split.
The corridor split is still bullshit. Like, why can I not go with? Because it's like, so on insane mode, it's like if
Yeah, if you get downed, your teammate can heal you.
Mm.
But there's one moment where you have to split
Split.
up, and you go down a corridor each.
Okay.
So if you get downed,
You're screwed.
if either one of you gets down, you're instantly dead because they can't get to you to heal you.
And
and
it
it's
just
like,
takes
That
they
is bad.
still haven't fixed that thing where it's like, I understand from a gameplay perspective why it's like cool, because it's like, ooh, bit of a challenge for maybe it's only 5 minutes long, this section,
Yeah.
but it's still like,
It took us a lot longer.
it took us a lot longer. Like, it's this very cool like little challenge. Like, okay, we're gonna split you up now. We've had you together for a while. We're gonna split you up, see how well you can cope. But on insane mode, it's like it should be now. They should have fixed it so I can go down the same path as Ollie.
If you
Just to
want
get,
to.
if
Yeah,
I
'cause
want
I mean-
to.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you're a squad of 4, but it's only 2-player co-op. So you each
So
get a
Jacob
guy to
is
go
left
with you.
out all the
but-
time.
It
Every
could
time
have
we get to play.
It could have been the two
Doesn't have
AI
no
guys
friends.
go together and then we go together, but no.
No.
They want Marcus with Carmine so they can bond before he gets shot in the head.
Spoilers!
What the hell?
What the hell? Not that I'm ever gonna play
No.
it, but
He's
I
a
don't know what you're
Carmine,
talking
he's
about.
gonna
Fuck.
die.
I'm glad you didn't
The
treat
whole
sleeping dogs
family
like
died.
this.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
play it.
yeah, but Gears of War 1 is like nearly 10 years old now. It's
Yeah.
if you've not played it, it's just tough shit. It's the
By
same
the
like
way, Darth Vader is
Yeah.
Luke's father.
Yeah.
Just
What the
fuck?
Bruce Willis was a
God,
ghost
I
all
was gonna
along.
go see the new one.
Damn it.
It's ruined.
It's ruined.
I bet Han Solo's in the new one, guys.
I may
I
have
don't
heard a
believe you.
rumor.
I
Does he
buy that.
come home?
Oh fuck!
Guys,
Oh,
tell
I
me
got
what
that.
Jesus.
You've all watched the trailer.
I actually haven't watched the trailer. I'm trying not to get too excited in case it's shit.
So-
Have you not
Oh.
seen any of them? Just
Uh,
watch the first one, and that will get you so hyped.
But,
And that's enough.
But like,
Yeah, it's got a really cool new theme in it.
yeah, it's really good.
It is really good. It looks good.
so I said
Yeah.
on this very podcast, I said I wasn't ever going to go to the midnight showing of Star Wars because why would I go to that like at midnight when I could go the next day when it's
See,
empty?
I feel the same way, so I went to the 5 past midnight one.
So I'm going one past midnight.
I've
It's
got
'cause-
nothing to go with.
Oh, baby.
But like when we booked it was like I was kind of surprised, like, oh, this is actually empty. And then
Yes.
and then we went back and checked, like Harley went back and checked the seating stuff, and that it's full.
Mm.
It's full. Like overnight, it just filled up. And it's like, well, we got the good seats.
Can I just say as well though, Disney need to calm the fuck down with all this merchandising.
Okay.
You can get Star Wars oranges now.
Yeah, but why would?
You know what?
Yeah,
We
but-
can't complain about Star Wars merchandise because we did have the Jar Jar Binks sticky tongue toy.
Oh,
At
yeah.
least that no
Yeah,
longer
that-
exists.
We
Yeah.
set that up earlier this week, didn't we?
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
I remember my
Oh.
cousin had one of those, and just
I had one.
Yeah, and just everything stuck to it.
It just gets hair on it and you know,
It smells a little bit.
Whoever thought that it was good to give children something that's sticky?
Yeah.
Like, they make things sticky themselves. Like,
It's like those goo aliens things
Oh.
that
Oh, yeah.
those got banned from my school because someone went into the boys' toilets. This is in primary school. Someone went into the boys' toilets and there was like 30 on the ceiling, and they were just there for the rest of the year.
Beyblades got banned from my school
Oh,
because
yeah.
Everything got banned.
They-
People were firing them at each other.
well, one kid. The reason I saw the incident that happened, and they put their feet together and they used their legs as an arena. But one of them had a metal Beyblade, and he let it rip, and it just went ching, and he had to have stitches on his leg. It was that bad. Like,
We
Sharp toys. That's what we
Yu-Gi-Oh's
do
got
more.
banned from my school because somebody had a literal fight because they lost. Like literally, it was like, you beat me at Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm gonna do you.
Yeah,
You want to beat me now, motherfucker.
Someone at my school got stabbed in the hand with a pencil over a Pokemon card.
What?
we had
Children should not be
thieves.
allowed anything.
We had Yu-Gi-Oh thieves, and they actually had like a system, and I watched them do it.
What was the system?
The system
Did
was
they
they would hand over they would like go to like younger kids like in year 4 or whatever, and they'd go, oh, can I see your deck, mate? And so they'd go through, and then they'd like distract them like, oh, what, yeah, I want to trade this and this.
Oh, look at that walking tree.
And then yeah, but like while they were
I
turned around, they would go need, got, got.
I'm
need-
sorry,
need-
if you're stupid enough for someone to take your thing in front of you, go look at that.
Because you weren't stupid as a child.
Well,
Occasionally.
the worst I ever felt about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is some kid went, right, I'm quitting Yu-Gi-Oh! Who wants these cards? And I just went, me? And he handed over like 2,000 cards in a carry bag. Just went, boom. And then the next day he goes, can I have them back? And I went, no.
That's fair. Same thing happened with me and Lego. Someone gave me loads of Lego, and I was just like, you're not having that back.
I was going to say, during primary school, I was the victim of a robbery.
Oh.
Oh my god.
So I took my Game Boy to school.
Yeah, I've felt this
No.
pain.
I can tell that you're still scarred by
I get the
this.
feeling I've experienced this too.
He's picking at
this
his
isn't-
genes. It's
this-
trauma.
This isn't going where you think it's going.
It's
I didn't have the
PTSD.
Game Boy stolen.
Oh.
I was playing Pokemon Red. I'd caught Zapdos, I caught all the legendaries,
Yeah.
but particularly Zapdos, I'd leveled up, I had it level nearly 100, something like that. And my friend said he'd accidentally beaten Zapdos, so he couldn't catch it. So he asked if I could trade it to him, and then he'd trade it back to me so it would be in his
Yeah.
Pokedex. So, being the nice person I am, I traded him the Zapdos, he gave me a Pidgey or something. So I sat there waiting for him to trade it back, and he unplugged the link cable and walked off.
What a prick.
He's dead, right?
I know a guy that can rectify this.
I never got that bird back. I still dream about it.
You
When
had
I
your
was in
bird
primary
stolen.
school, I had some of my Yu-Gi-Oh stolen because like I left. I used to be part of St John's Ambulance, and we went outside to muck around for a bit. And I left the Yu-Gi-Ohs in the classroom. Came back, some guy was going through my deck, and I was like, okay, this is missing, this is missing, this is missing. Give me my shit back now, or we're gonna have a fight. But then, because he was
And
bigger
then he
than me, we
proceeded
didn't
to
have a
walk
fight.
away.
Give me my shit back, or it's time to duel.
I did try to duel him to get him back. I did, and I lost. I lost hard.
He beat you with your own cards.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Just didn't have
How
the
did you not
heart
see that
cards.
coming?
The worst theft I ever had was someone. I took my Game Boy Advance to school in the morning while my mum was like waiting with my little sister because like, and so I was playing it, and then she went, "All right, come put it in the pram," and I put it in the pram, and someone stole it out of the bottom of the pram while she wasn't looking, and I knew exactly who it was. I called him out on his shit. And a week later, it turned up in lost property.
How about that?
He had found it and
Mm.
handed it in, but the game that was with it was no longer there. I
Do
was
you
a
remember
huge
what the game was?
It was Pokemon Fire Red.
See, I was never going to find my
Bit of
Zapdos
a
in
new
lost
save.
property.
Is that how you got your Pokemon Fire Red?
It connects.
I'm just
Travel
pyroing
to
shit out of
Manchester.
this right now.
For an elaborate robbery.
And I guess like I've been playing a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles X. I bought that game on the 4th, but then we had hand-ins, so it's like I can't play this until like a couple days later.
You still played it.
No, I finished all my stuff and then started playing it. So when I came back
You're
in to
stronger
do the
man.
bibliography, this is when we phoned you. This is
Okay.
So at that point, I put about 3 hours into the game. Wasn't very far ahead. Went home, woke up next day and went, I don't really have anything to do. I've done everything that I need to do this week. And then a couple days later, you put 30 hours into this game.
Ooh.
I am on now 32 hours. And it keeps a timer. It's not like Fallout where it hides it in a save file
Yeah.
name and stuff like that.
So you don't have to look at it.
Every time you press start, it's there. It's right there. Like the amount of hours I've wasted.
There should
Does
be-
it have like a
This
little
is
slow
your
shoulder
shame.
like,
Yeah.
you've got a problem? Like, seriously, stop.
It's
We're
not-
calling the NHS.
This
The
is your
police are
shame.
on the
Go
way.
outside and get a life.
It's like fucking Blizzard games where like they put the time in the corner of the game in the corner, like on Diablo they put the actual
what,
like
so it's
real
like,
time.
Oh yeah,
thing.
thanks for reminding me. It's 5 a.m.
Yeah, but like that game is every MMO trope and a JRPG trope all blended into one.
But you love it.
But it's the way it does it. So it's like, oh, you're going to be grinding for a while to get to this point, but then as soon as you get there, it's like, here's a ton of fucking shit. You guys now like gone from like shorts and a jumper or something to like mech armor. Like I've got like golden sleeves and metal armor and stuff like that. And my lady's purple and wearing sunglasses and looks fucking rad as shit. But that game, like the combat is not traditional JRPG combat. It's more MMO style. So it's like all cooldown. So like you did this, now you gotta wait 5 seconds to do this. But I'm playing a class at the minute that I'm not liking, even though it's one of the coolest classes because she's
she's got a big shield and a big Gatling gun that's just taking for fucking ever to mow things down, because everything's on a cooldown and all this. But like, yeah, also like the difference between this and like the original Xenoblade Chronicles is like the story kind of takes a backseat. It's still there. It's still really fucking interesting because they suddenly picked up on like, yeah, why do all these aliens speak English? And then the aliens like, no, you're speaking our language. That's a mystery to solve in the next chapter. You better go explore 30% of the next area to unlock the next chapter, sort of thing. But like, the difference between Xenoblade, like the exploring like of this huge, massive area actually counts towards something. It's like you've crash landed on this planet, and all the humans like they've only been there for 2 months, so they've not really fucking explored it at all. So basically, the entire time you're walking through like the lands and stuff like that, and all this area and stuff, is because there's a purpose to it. You're fucking exploring for humanity to find out stuff, and there's huge fucking dinosaurs everywhere that want to kill you, and plants and pigs and.
This is very strange, seeing as I have no context to this game.
I'm thinking like there's aliens, and then you're like, oh, there's dinosaurs,
and then you're like,
Yeah.
apart some cool shades.
In my head, I'm just going, yes. Where do I get this?
Exactly as you imagine. Like, so like, it's not. Basically, I said this last week. Like, one of the characters literally goes to you in the first hour. Like, in the cutscene, you're going over a cliff. Come on, you'll love this. And it shows you this massive expanse that you get to explore. And it's like, oh, this cutscene's full of like shit, like running around, like like Lion King style, like where things are like running through like the lands and all this, and it's like, oh, it probably won't be like this in game, like, but no, it's like, yeah, here's this fucking huge giant dinosaur at level 99 who's completely timid, but he's just wandering through, and underneath are like 3 like chickens with testicles attached to their neck running underneath it, and they're pissed off at you for some reason, so you better fucking run away. But it's the best thing about, like, the thing that I really like in video games, which is really boring to say, is I love menus. I love going through menus. It's why I like Fallout 4. Like, I can go through like shitty.
There's a menu in the game.
You just play the Pip-Boy app.
Yeah, and it's like I love menus and like going through stuff and seeing fit numbers that I struggle to read as is. So it's like, okay, I've figured this out.
I do know what you mean.
I like. Yeah, it's like
I have no clue what you mean.
I have no idea.
Just
it's like
as an excuse to bring up The Witcher.
Yeah.
I like going through like all the bios and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that I do.
Yeah, I can get that.
What I thought you meant was just like options.
I can just see you scrolling like for hours, just
like,
and hearing the noise like.
Bringing up the pressing pressing pause, pressing start, and then the main menu comes up and it doesn't pause at all. It's one of those games. But then it's like each menu option has like another 6 sub menus to it. It's like, I need ground gear, I need to go to here, and it's like, okay, but then like in the gear menu, it's like, okay, you've got your main fighting gear, but then you can press X and put on the sub menu. So there's a menu within a menu within a menu.
This sounds like the most bland shit.
Next week on the autism show.
My mind just exploded.
But then
It sounds very Japanese.
yeah, but then like the thing that I realised is, oh wait, I don't have to look whatever gear I've got on at the minute. And I discovered one of the best things about the game is like, I can wear whatever the fuck I want, like look however I want, but all the stats will stick. Which is like circling way back to Fallout 4 pisses me the fuck off because you can't fucking wear a coat over all the shit looking metal armor.
Everything looks like crap.
Everything looks like crap, and I understand why
I would
it
like
looks
to bring The Witcher into this all the good armor looks like crap club, because I think most of the
the Witch Hunter's armor looks really good.
that is the only
big,
one I agree
trench
with.
coat.
You know what?
Thing.
Half of it though, most of the early
feline
game you
armor.
look like a jester.
I like the feline armor.
It pisses me off.
It's essentially, if in The Witcher, if you're picking up armor off guards and stuff, it's all gonna be shit. But if you actually do the quests and get like the feline armor and the ursine armor, and the wolf armor, not so much the griffin. That's fucking awesome.
See, I think but then you spend a lot of time and you're like wearing like these gaudy like yellows and blues, and you're like, I am a Witcher, and everyone looks at you like, are you sure?
Sure, mate.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's get you back to the cycle.
Well, in The Witcher, the starting armor
It's the
looks
coolest
really
armor.
cool, but it's really weak.
Oh.
So I wore that until I got the cat armor.
Yeah.
So I made the game really hard for myself. But then I spent like 10 hours doing the quest to get all the cat armor.
And you like a mishmash of different things. Whereas like in Xenoblade, it's like at the minute I've got like metal Neon Genesis, it's sort of like Neon Genesis armor on but like it's all a mishmash. But it's like, wait, no, it's really cool because this arm's gold, but it's got like a big knife going up the side of it, and this one's red, but my pants are like metal blues and stuff like that. But then I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna put her in tracksuit bottoms and stuff like that and see how it goes. Everything. Also, that game is anime. The anime, it's super anime. Like one of the big fight songs has like a lady singing this very emotional song about teamwork and stuff like that, and every character shouts out their moves that they're doing, like missile barrage. And then when you get down to really low health, because I chose the voice actor of Chie, Persona 4, she's like, I am not dying today. And then one guy goes down and he's like, if only I could get in one more shot. And it's like, oh shit. But
You ever said that in the bedroom?
that game is also super complex because it doesn't fucking explain anything to you. It does like the basics, but then it's like, yeah, there's this entire thing called soul voices where like saying like having characters say different things during the battle will activate like a slow-mo moment, and then you can do more damage by activating an attack of the same color that matches the speech bubble. And it's like, I opened that menu and I was like, no, goodbye, not doing that, I'll just stick with what I've got. But it looks like the boss I'm on at the minute, I might need to actually delve into that stuff, because
you tried that for a while last night.
That is tedious. That is fucking tedious. It's like, yeah, there's this big dinosaur thing, and like it's level 19, so it should go down like not quickly, but like relatively quickly, because I'm like level 21, 22, and it's not going down. I can't figure it out. The game even said, do you want to lower the difficulty? I was like, fuck you!
Oh, the worst one for that was the Metal Gear Solid 5 chicken hat,
Oh.
which made me feel like such a cunt.
Did you wear it?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
For shame.
It told me to wear it during fucking Mission 45.
Oh yeah.
Which took the last one with Quiet.
Game of the Year videos.
Yeah, the last one with Quiet, the one with a load of tanks coming at you.
Oh yeah, no, I avoided it on that one.
You avoided it on that one?
Yeah,
well,
no, it was the first Metal Gear appearance.
Oh, sounds yeah.
Yeah, I kept I just couldn't be bothered with it in the end.
That is like the worst Peace Walker fight.
It's such like a tiny space and
yeah. But no, the worst thing about that fight is that I got an S in it, and it's like I fucked up so badly. How? How does these grading systems work?
It seems much easier to get an S in this one.
Oh,
yeah,
definitely, because it's all to do with timing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how badly you screwed up. Like, I shot a million dudes, but I got an S. It's alright.
I just like the idea of Snake bumbling, through getting bullet holes in him, but it's like, I made it to the end, he's barely clinging on to life.
Good job,
S!
Snake.
This is why you're the best.
But yeah, and then that's pretty much all I've been playing.
Video games this week.
That's
what there was.
That's what there was.
Pop off.
Do you guys need to pop off?
So
Yeah, I'm afraid. It's been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure.
Thank you for joining us. We're about to just jump into some news. See what's newsy.
Can I see?
Yeah, we hate news.
Journalists.
Can I steal another generic sweet?
Generic sweet.
You're not gonna plug your thing.
Yeah, plug your thing.
You plug it.
Can I get hold
Oh,
of it? You're moving it away.
Food.
Got it. Yeah,
Food
thank you.
feed online, is that what we're called? We do a podcast.
So, yeah.
It's occasionally interesting. You know
Yeah,
about
food
it.
feed online.
We
It's got good food stuff.
We talk about food and we do food challenges and other various food-related things.
Yep.
Yeah, and I've got
Nothing sexual.
I've got your third members game of the year list on my phone that we're gonna read out in a bit.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, so you look forward to that.
Yeah.
Emma Tinson's list of games.
Is it Wii Bowling?
I want.
She
Wait,
told-
can we hear this? quickly?
She
Is
told
this
me.
because
Read
she's
this
not
out.
a real
She
gamer?
told me. She told me to.
I'm
She
not
told
a
me
real
to-
gamer, but I'm better than her.
No, she told me to
shit,
fucking tell you guys to
down.
pack this in if you were gonna bring this up because.
We've been bullying her since this morning.
I haven't.
No, you haven't. You've been good, but I've been
All
bullying
right.
her.
I want to hear
If
this.
she wants to be defended,
Her
she should be
favourite
here.
games of the year were Bloodborne and
Okay.
Until Dawn.
Oh,
Until Dawn, I was
Until
So
Dawn's
she's
alright.
more of a.
it's hardcore.
She's more hardcore than I did because I put Bloodborne down because it was too shit.
I didn't enjoy Bloodborne.
No.
I'm not a fan of
Peace,
those kind of games, in all honesty.
Alright, so
Did she play those?
Yeah.
actually view
Oh,
someone
yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
I bet she did.
Wait,
play
how
it
did you
because
play?
I'm
she-
not gonna say
told
anything
that these
about
are
it.
what the games you should be playing.
I remember her talking to me about Bloodborne for a bit, so I think she did.
Fair
I think
enough,
she did play
probably.
it.
There you
Um,
go. Good job, Emma.
We will have
Thank
you.
Emma.
We will have you guys on again
Yeah.
probably in the new year.
Yes.
So you can continue to plug your stuff.
Yes.
We might have you
Badly.
make video game food
Very
for us.
badly.
I think when a plug involves saying nothing sexual, that's. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's me out. If there's nothing sexual, I'm not interested.
All right.
All right.
Oh,
Thank you very
wow.
much,
Bye.
Phil
Bye, guys.
and Sheldon. Move on up, Ollie.
Shall I?
Is that equal now?
Do I move?
Do you want
I
to
don't
move?
know.
I'll
I
move.
think it probably look better. Or should I move? Oh, you move it. Okay.
You move.
Shall we slide these chairs back
let me
out the
bring
way?
up some news.
Right.
Let's bring up some news because some stuff has been happening.
Yeah.
The
Things
Star Wars Battlefront team are moving into Battlefield 5. Surprising to no one.
Oh baby.
Are you ready for some more Battlefield?
No.
Do you think this one will work?
You mean Battlefield without the Star Wars?
Yeah.
Why would I play that?
I don't know. But more interestingly is so I remember this story from a few years ago from Machinima's their gaming history videos.
Oh, okay.
But the Doom devs developed a prototype for Mario on PC. Super Mario Bros. 3 because the difference between PC and consoles at the time is that the PC could do scrolling backwards and forwards,
Yeah.
whereas NES obviously couldn't
Yeah.
because as you moved forward in the screen, like the only other, I think Mario Bros. 2
Yeah.
did that, but it was literally because the areas were vastly smaller than. But they've shown they've actually shown the pitch video instead of just like writing about it and stuff like that, which is super interesting to look at because it's like Nintendo. They actually sent it to Nintendo. You do the thing.
Do the Mario.
Yeah, do the Mario. Swing your arms
It's
from
a
side to
Mario
side.
Time. Sorry, I had to get that
It's
in.
time to go do the Mario.
And then, you can now import. I've not looked at the news. Can you tell? There's not much
Yeah, I
news
was gonna
going on.
say.
I'm trying to also remember like big
Welcome
story.
to Joel on his phone.
I'm also trying to
That's
like. This
all
is
good.
usually how this thing goes
It's
anyway.
all how I
Yeah,
like
but they
it.
can't see it
Yeah, now they
usually.
can see it.
Yeah, they can't see it unless you're on audio.
We just call you out on it instead.
That Pokemon finally got announced.
That one
the
Volcanion.
Volcanion.
Volcanion is a fire water type.
Yes, the
Pokemon man.
He's
What
first
does this
ever
mean?
fire water
Steam
type. Yeah, that seems to essentially be what it is. I
He's
mean,
a steamy
don't-
Pokemon.
I don't think we know anything about his stats or anything like that. I assume it will use Scald.
Scald, do
Oh,
you
yeah.
think?
Yeah, that just makes sense.
But what does this mean for the Pokemon scene?
Well, like I said, it's
Anything can go now.
yeah. Well, its stats have not been announced yet,
No.
so we don't know how good this thing's going to be. I mean, it's a legendary, so it's obviously going to have some fairly high stats, but we don't really know how.
But it's also a
viable it is.
legendary. And so,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's completely and utterly banned from most tournaments.
No, legendaries don't tend to get
Is
banned.
that because there's too many of them now?
Certain legendaries do.
Which ones are banned? Is it just like Celebi?
It depends what rules you play by, like Smogon or Smogon, or I'm not sure how it's pronounced. But they're one of the main ones, and they banned quite a lot of legendaries. And they've also like banned Blaziken and stuff.
Why did they ban Blaziken?
Because it's fucking overpowered.
It's too OP.
Yeah,
Well, then again, I remember when I was playing online, everyone fucking used Blaziken.
yeah,
It's
it's
Blaziken, Lucario, and Mewtwo. Everyone was using.
it's because its hidden ability gets speed boost, so it always attacks first, and it's just it's very annoying. But yeah, Volcanion stats haven't been announced, so we don't know how viable it's going to be. In terms of the design, out of all those ones that were leaked, it was Hooper, Diancie, and Volcanion. I really like Volcanion's design. We've not seen a fire water type before. I mean, it'll have its fair share of weaknesses. It's got
Yeah.
ground, rock, electric, possibly something else.
It's been a while since you played Pokemon.
I'm just going through the type matchups in my head. I think it'll just be ground, rock, and electric.
Yeah.
So it's not too many weaknesses. But yeah, I'll be intrigued to see its stats get released. So I want to see how powerful this is.
Because it sounds really interesting considering it's fucking fire and water.
Yeah, considering it's a type combination that they've never done before.
Yeah.
Out of
And this
like
means,
700 Pokemon, they've never done it. So.
Yeah. Super Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS DLC will be ending soon.
So we have the final direct coming up.
Final direct for Super Smash Bros. Which is really fucking interesting because they're going to announce who's won the ballot. And obviously there are some people like our good friend Sam Gilbert who wants to see Rayman. He runs the Rayman Twitter, Rayman for Smash Twitter.
Yep.
I want to see something really fucking stupid because Namco Bandai are involved with that game. I want to see Goku and Vegeta in that game.
I would still like to see Brock Lesnar.
You'd love to see Brock Lesnar.
I wanted to see Roy, and that's what I got.
Roy's your boy, is he?
Roy was my boy.
Roy was already in the game.
We do this every time, Joel. We do it
true
every
Roy.
time.
The true Roy was
I'm
in
not
the
talking
game.
about a mutant turtle lizard baby.
Um,
I'm talking about a ginger prince with a fiery sword in hand.
What is happening here? I don't understand.
Smash.
Smash Brothers.
Smash, okay.
Smash.
But in more fighting game news,
Oh,
Akuma from Street Fighter
yeah.
was added into Tekken 7.
Yes.
But he's not even in Street Fighter 5.
No.
Not yet.
Well, not yet, no.
That game is going to be I think Street Fighter 5 will be the last Street Fighter game for a long time.
That wouldn't surprise me. Yeah.
And that will be like they'll just keep adding to
That's
it.
just that's just what they want. They want that as the platform. Yeah.
But like, it's more interesting. It's not the fact that Akuma's in Tekken 7 that's the most interesting thing.
I mean, it's
the
a
way
pretty
he's
interesting
being
seeing how he
used.
plays. Yeah.
He's playing an integral part to the story.
We've had this conversation. I'm still not convinced.
He's gonna be he's the main part of the story.
Because they've had stupid things like this before in fighting games. Like we were talking about the Star Wars shit
Yeah.
in Soul Calibur. That's not part of the canon story.
Oh,
It's not.
It is.
It's
Yoda
just
was there and he
Stupid,
broke
weird
the game.
bullshit. Only
Soul-
one
Soul
person's
Calibur-
ending
Soul-
comes true at the end of each game.
Soul Calibur 4 had Star Wars characters in it, like
Okay.
Darth Vader, Yoda, and Starkiller.
Yeah.
Pick that up.
And yeah.
As a promotional.
Is
thing.
it that one that also had like Ezio?
Ezio was Soul Calibur 5.
Right.
It was actually quite a good character.
Soul Calibur 2 still had the best set of characters.
Link, Heihachi, and Spawn.
All split across 3 different consoles,
Yeah.
depending on like Spawn was a weird one because
I
it
own
was
all
green.
the copies.
Yeah. Spawn was on Xbox because it was black and had green stuff in its
Yeah.
comic books.
They already had Necrid in the game, who was
Yeah.
designed by Todd McFarlane. So
But no, Akuma in Street Fighter in Tekken
Yep.
is really interesting because it means that Tekken Cross Street Fighter still exists in some capacity.
and in the way it's kind of like this is showing them like, look, this is still a thing we can do.
This is still something we can do. Look at this, please,
This
believe
could
us.
essentially be a trial run to see how they can put the characters
It
across.
doesn't look
Yeah.
bad.
No,
He's still throwing like the
No,
main
he's
thing
throwing
that
a
you
the one.
kind of question about having Tekken characters, Street Fighter characters in a Tekken engine would be projectiles,
Yeah.
because only a few characters do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's implemented pretty okay.
It seems he's got a lot of area effects.
He has
sort
his
of
like
deal.
tattoos
Yeah.
and yeah.
And probably like those moves he will probably just target onto you. And it's
Yeah.
up to you to like dodge last minute.
Yeah,
Whatever.
the fireballs look like you can easily sidestep them because obviously it's.
Yeah, because there's even a bit in the trailer where I think he actually sidesteps
What?
out of
Yeah.
the way of the
Yeah.
out of the fireball's way.
Yeah.
But no, the
It's
fact that they're actually doing it, and this is probably their proof of concept for Tekken
Yeah.
Cross Street, because they've still said that's
It's
coming,
still a thing.
and Capcom have been doing little like Ono from Street Fighter has been doing a lot of jokes with Harada,
Yeah.
like putting Harada in like the roster of Street Fighter as a joke.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, doing the pose and everything. So it's obviously like something still happening
Yeah.
there, and it's probably they want it to happen
Of
because
course, yeah.
it was super fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because even though Street Fighter Cross Tekken wasn't great,
I think it's underrated.
it's underrated, but it wasn't. There was a lot of stuff wrong with it, like the whole gem stuff.
The gem stuff was a bit stupid, but
They
that
tried
wasn't
to make
essential.
it, yeah,
and also the the online was pretty bollocks.
Yeah, it
Which
was
is kind of gonna hamstring a game that's based around competitive multiplayer at its core.
Yeah. But
it's
like
gonna-
seeing those characters in 2D was fucking fantastic,
Yeah.
and then seeing like, and then now we're gonna get to see like Akuma in
The
3D.
Tekken
environment.
characters were still a lot less popular though in Street
Yeah.
Fighter Cross
Oh,
Tekken.
definitely, because
It's
people
just
just
like,
were
well-
playing the next Street. Well, they thought this
Yeah.
was going to be like the next.
It's like I already
Street
know how
Fighter.
the Street Fighter characters are gonna play. Why would I take the time to learn a Tekken character?
Yeah. The thing is, like, and obviously they've chosen the coolest character to implement into Tekken.
I'd probably have to take a moment to think about.
No,
very
I
cool
mean,
ones.
like in the context of like
For
what they're
Tekken,
using
yeah.
Akuma for.
For
Like,
Tekken,
if they'd
Akuma's a
done
good
like
one.
Evil Ryu,
Yeah,
it would have been fucking
would've
stupid.
been really lame. Yeah.
If they'd done Ken, but controlled by or the only other character you can think of that they would be able to use was M. Bison.
Oh yeah.
Bison,
Like,
yeah.
Bison killing Heihachi and then taking over the company and stuff like that, and throwing Heihachi
The
into
Shadaloo
the volcano.
Zaibatsu.
Yeah. But and then Star Citizen. Yeah, Star Citizen has passed $100 million in funding.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. That's how they afford people like Gillian Anderson,
This
Gary
time next-
Oldman, Kevin
Luke
Bacon,
Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker.
This time next year, that's how much Oliver spent on his printing credits.
Yeah.
Printing out 10 signs.
They've also
Signs could I get?
$10 million.
Naughty Dog are saying there's no plans for an open beta for Uncharted 4. So unless you bought the Nathan Drake collection on PS4 and then played it last week, there's no chance of you playing it now until the game comes out. I watched some of that. It looks better than it should be, but also it still looks like Uncharted multiplayer, which is an absolute clusterfuck.
Yeah.
And like you can like pop in like helper AI, so like snipers and stuff like that.
assists or
Yeah,
something.
but the way they do it is like they bring them in like turrets. So you would expect them to like be see-through, but no, it's just the fucking model of the sniper, and it hovers until you've placed it down, like, and then it pops in, and it's like, what? What the fuck's going on?
It's like you're playing Army Men.
Army man.
Positioning them down.
Yeah.
Toy soldiers.
I'm looking for more news. Bioshock Dev Irrational posts job openings referring to narrative FPSs, which is weird considering Irrational don't technically exist. They do in some capacity, but
There's a chance to get hired by a non-existing company.
yeah, but like this kind of follows on from like 2K's statement a couple of weeks ago, which was like, yeah, there's probably going to be more Bioshock games.
Which
That's a series.
Completely okay with.
I would be if they could make a game that's better than Infinite.
I still stand by that Infinite was a good game.
I played
really
that.
enjoyed
I
it.
was super hyped about that game the first time I played it. Fucking loved it to bits. Did an entire 3-hour podcast on it with people from America, stuff like that. That's somewhere on the internet. And went back 6 months later, played through the start. Went, this is still good. Got to about halfway through and went, no, this isn't good. There's a lot of stuff wrong with this.
Or maybe you're what's wrong with this?
Maybe I am what's wrong with
You're
all the
you're
things.
part of
Just
the
like I
problem,
need
Joel.
to play The Witcher to find out whether I'm on Team Triss or Team Yennefer.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to
We've
play
been
Bioshock.
through this.
Maybe I need to.
Triss!
Maybe I need to play
Always.
Bioshock Infinite so I can see who's right, and so the Pixel Shake can come to a decision. I am the decision maker.
Chris is the better.
I'm gonna be the big man here. I'm not even gonna go there, Joel.
It's only because you cried when I revealed the truth that Yennefer is nothing but a Nazi sympathiser.
Wow,
I
that
don't
took
know.
a
I'm
turn.
gonna justify that with an answer.
I also need to play this game, but that just because I'm interested now. So,
One day I'll
Well,
find
The
out.
Witcher.
yeah.
You should really play The Witcher. I would maybe not recommend playing The Witcher 1 at this point.
Maybe not. It's a bit dated.
It's really dated.
I still enjoy it.
This is a question.
Sounds like his thing. If it's dated.
Come on. I'm catching up. I like
I know we mean as in like the combat is
shit.
not shit. Like me and Ollie really enjoy the combat because
It's different.
It's very different. It's all to do with mouse clicks.
It's almost like you're playing a rhythm game.
Yeah.
Right.
But the problem is like the Witcher 1 is the systems it introduces and stuff like that were infinitely improved in Witcher 2.
Oh yeah,
The whole
everything in
meditating
its sequels,
thing.
everything was improved.
But then like the Witcher 3 also, it's like if you try to play the Witcher 3 and then go back to the Witcher 2 to figure out what the fuck's going on, you'll have a really hard time.
Right.
So I would maybe recommend playing. What console are you?
PS3.
Oh,
I'm gonna try and get a PS4 soon.
So you can play The Witcher 2.
No, Witcher 2 wasn't released on.
It's 360.
Was it not released on
360
PS3?
for your
Oh.
PC only. No, it's
Was it not?
Xbox
Oh, okay.
because Microsoft. I think Microsoft broke a deal
I
with.
wouldn't know. I played it on PC anyway.
No, The Witcher 2 is like that's one of the games this year I put an entire weekend into and beat from start to finish.
Right.
I started it, beat it, came in, and went, let's play The Witcher 3, and then beat The Witcher 3 before Ollie did.
Yeah.
That took me a month. That was alright.
You did play Witcher 2 on easy though, didn't you?
I did, but that's just to get to because I was experiencing the story.
Oh.
And also, that game
Scrub.
made the game way better because that game is fucking bullshit on normal. And Ollie knows this.
Yeah.
Because it took him 80 something hours to beat.
It's a hard
And
game.
that dragon is still bullshit on not easy.
I didn't have that much trouble with the dragon.
The dragon fucking
so-
wrecked my shit.
There were some bosses that I spent a lot of time on.
I beat the big plant monster in 2 tries. Once you figure out what the fuck to do with
What, the K run?
yeah.
That one wasn't too hard.
What was
Uh,
after that? It was something else.
The golem.
Oh, the golem was pissed because it's just like get him into a corner and stun him until.
See, that was the one I probably had the most trouble with.
No, I didn't have much trouble with that. You're just a scrub. That's all.
Go rub.
Yeah. All right. So something I've been wondering, guys. What games do you think I should play over Christmas now that I have time?
For PS3.
So PS3.
Uh,
Did you play the original Bioshock?
No.
Then you
play-
should.
You should play the original Bioshock.
Which one plays that?
I would then also say Bioshock 2, almost.
Okay, yeah,
No,
not as good as the first. but that's
I would say play Bioshock 2 maybe a few months after you finish Bioshock 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one.
Because you'll burn yourself out
You'll
on Bioshock 2.
Bioshock yourself out.
Yeah,
Yeah, Bioshock is. If anyone mentions previous generation,
yeah.
Bioshock is instantly what I go to.
Yeah.
It's just I
Bioshock.
adore that game.
I would also
I haven't
recommend the Yakuza series if you like beat 'em ups
Okay.
and weird open world games with very highly Japanese stuff. It's all subtitled and everything because they couldn't bother to. But they've just recently released Yakuza 5.
Okay.
But like all 3 of them, like on PS3, are fantastic. Just avoid Dead Souls
Right.
because it's to do with zombies
Okay.
and it's shit.
Okay.
Try to make it into a third-person shooter when it's not. They're also kind of lengthy games, but not lengthy enough where it's like, oh, you're gonna put like 800 hours into Yakuza 3. No, like Yakuza 3, if you just focus on the main story, you're gonna be done within about 20-25 hours.
Okay.
Yakuza 4, pretty much the same. But it's like they're like proper like good stories. Those are well written, well acted stories.
I like good stories.
Like
You like Bioshock as well.
Okay.
and also Yakuza 3 comes with the handy thing of like you don't need to play Yakuza 1 and 2 because they're on PS2 and really hard to get hold of.
Right.
But they come with like entire like catch up stuff. So
Right.
it's like I know exactly where Kazurai Kiryu is in the story, and then 4 introduces like 3 other characters to play as, and 5 you are a taxi driver, and it's great. And there's super moves in the taxi.
Okay.
Because it's Sega, it's like kind of crazy taxi.
I think I played. Isn't that a game, Crazy Taxi?
Yeah.
I played that game. Yeah. That was some crazy shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was a crazy taxi.
Also, what else on PS3 last year? There's like loads of games that I would
I mean,
recommend.
I didn't have a PS3, so I'm just thinking
I'm like-
of stuff
I'm
that
trying
was
to
also
think.
on Xbox.
Well, I'll
Zora's
ask you.
Wrath.
You guys were going on about Fallout earlier. Any of the early Fallouts I should play? 'Cause you
If
go-
you're gonna on PS3, maybe not.
Oh.
The PS3 versions of Bethesda games were notorious for being kind of busted.
Were they?
Right.
Like Skyrim especially was horrific. Fallout New Vegas, even though we all played it on 360,
Yeah.
that game on 360 was buggy as shit because Obsidian.
I
can't
wouldn't.
make
I
games.
wouldn't let that stop you playing.
I wouldn't
if you're
make- I wouldn't
interested
let them
in it,
stop you
because
playing,
you're
but
always
it's
going to
like-
get that with a Bethesda game.
But it's like I would maybe recommend New Vegas over 3,
Right.
just because 3's kind of.
I mean, yeah, I preferred New Vegas.
Yeah, New
I think
Vegas. New
you're in-
Vegas. New Vegas
the
is the
opposite.
better
Fallout
of the
3
two.
was better
But why?
Ooh.
because it had loads more character and friggin' New Vegas was boring and brown.
No, that's
Fallout
3.
3 was brown. New Vegas was
Uh,
orange.
Fallout 3 was beige and grey.
I don't even know what's
Uh,
happening anymore.
No, New Vegas is the better one because it has the Wizard of Oz in it.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Fallout 3 has Oasis.
It also has a friend in it
A-
from Friends.
Oh,
What's it
yeah.
called? Chandler.
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 Yeah, there you go. That's a fucking nail in the coffin. We've got fucking Matthew Perry in our game.
I don't even.
You don't want
can't
to play
remember-
New Vegas.
Can't even remember what character he is in the
He's
game.
Benny.
Oh, he is Benny.
I wrote
fucking
about this for
murdered
my
him.
magazine. Bloody project.
Yeah.
Gaming with Fame.
Fuck. The other games I would maybe recommend are maybe a little like not obscure, but
Azura's Wrath.
Azura's Wrath, Metal Gear Rising.
They are the two.
You're on PS3, so you have no excuse not to play the Metal Gear Solid games
Okay.
at all.
I'll
Considering
play.
they put out a collection of them so that people could go, yes, this is an easy way to get these games, especially
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 3.
Okay.
But if you are going to play them in order of release, because trying to go back from like 4 to like 3 and 2 and all this is really fucking difficult.
I wasn't planning on doing that. I like to do things in order.
Also, I think you can get Metal Gear Solid 5 on PS3.
Right.
Yeah, you can. So that's also a fantastic game.
Say,
And actually
Joel,
runs well.
I think playing through Metal Gear Solid games sounds like a good idea.
Well,
'cause I've not
Jacob.
done that either.
Well, Jacob, it looks like we might be doing that very soon.
Wow.
Yay.
bit.do/pixelshed or games-link.com. We're going to wrap this thing up. Is there any... Oh, wait. Are there any other games we can think of for thingy-majig?
Alan Wake. If you like.
These on...
Uncharted.
Was Alan Wake not on
It was
PS?
exclusive.
Uncharted.
I don't know which ones were exclusives.
Yeah,
I'm
they
just
were-
thinking of
they
stuff
were
that I played
exclusive.
through as
I play a lot of PS
Huh?
PlayStation
Uncharted.
exclusives.
If you already played the Uncharted games,
Yes, we've had this discussion before.
We've had
Because
this
because I like Uncharted, but you
I really don't.
yeah,
Um,
I like Uncharted.
I like the stories in Uncharted.
I
I,
like
don't
the
like how they fucking play. It's the same reason why I like The Last of Us, but didn't like The Last of Us at the same time.
See, I understand what you're saying completely because like when the camera will change, so it gives you a cinematic panoramic view. It's like, which way do I make the controller go now? I'm trying to climb a fucking mountain, and you've just changed direction. I have to turn the fucking man.
I have to turn the fucking man.
I'm trying to think like other a lot of them are like weird fucking obscure Japanese role playing games and stuff that you might not be too
I
into.
think that's just usual.
Yeah,
Okay, that's just me.
You know what games I like, Joel.
I'm trying to also there's a few. There's a
Seems
few.
like most of my favourite games of the previous gen were Xbox exclusives.
Yeah.
It's your green team.
Mass Effect.
That's
Oh yeah.
All 3 of those are on PS3 now, so
Oh,
you
yeah.
can play through the glory of Mass Effect 1 and understand why no one likes the vehicle sections in Mass Effect 1.
Except me.
You like them, and you're fucking crazy for that.
I
You are a lunatic.
I
You
love
need
the
to leave.
Mako. I like Fallout
you should
3
just-
more,
you
and
should
I
just
like the
go.
Mako.
God damn it.
Talking of vehicles, I have actually started playing Halo recently because
Yeah.
Martin's got the Master Chief Collection.
Oh, okay.
My housemate Martin has
Yeah.
the Master Chief Collection on his Xbox One, and yeah, he can't drive for shit. We'll
Oh,
play a
I love the Halo
multiplayer, and
driving.
it'll be like, okay, I don't know the game, so I'm gonna get on the gun. You know the game, you drive, and then it will be upside down.
Oh,
At the end of
yeah,
the end
no,
of Halo
I usually
1.
find myself to be something of an expert on the Halo vehicles.
And then at the end of Halo 1, there's just that bit where it's just driving all the way, and literally every 5 seconds we flipped it, and and it would be like, okay, I'm driving now because I'm closer to the wheel, and then flip it, I'm driving now, so I'm closer to the wheel, and flip it again. We just kept
We're gonna
changing
make it.
drivers every
I mean,
time.
I mean, it's not very often you see a killing frenzy from a mongoose. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah. Is that on video?
Or about a gun
I think
goose.
we've got that
I
on
think we
video.
got that on video.
It's somewhere on the hard drive. But
It's
yeah,
not loaded, it's on the hard drive, buried.
so that's Pixel Shed podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alex.
Pixel Shed's first
Thank you,
ever
Joel.
video podcast.
No
Hello.
thank you
Yes.
to Sheldon and Phil because they left.
They
I
left.
stayed.
But,
They
but
deserted
thank you
us.
to Alex for setting this up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real
That's
good.
what I do.
Techie
really
man.
good. And then look for Game of the Year stuff.
Plug our gum.
Game of the Year stuff is coming. We have a podcast or two that we probably split
And-
up.
And you're doing some Game of the Year stuff for the LJ Christmas show, you're not?
Yes,
Yes.
in some capacity.
Yes.
That's maybe what we were going to plan after this.
Ah.
Behind the
We're
scenes.
also gonna have our individual Game of the Year.
Yeah, us three have got our own individual Game of the Year videos.
Individual top fives.
I wrote it yesterday.
Check that out.
No, this morning.
This morning
I also did that.
at like
Um,
6 a.m.
I've not even finished. I'm gonna do that after this video.
and
After the
then we
presentation.
will be back in the new year, probably
Yes, indeedy.
with more videos.
All
We've
the
got
things.
videos to pass you over Christmas. We've figured it out. There will be enough videos.
Gears of War.
Yeah, there'll be some Gears of War.
There is some Trivial Pursuit.
Oh,
There's some Boggle.
There's some Battletoads.
There's some Battletoads.
I'm not saying that Trivial Pursuit and Boggle were my favourite videos, but they were pretty good.
But this is maybe the last podcast we do together until next year.
Yeah,
So it's been wonderful 2015.
it has.
You can find
Is
I
that
mean,
right?
It's been the main bulk of the Pixel Shed, I suppose, was
Yeah.
was 2015, wasn't it?
yeah,
So.
it's been a real good year. We've done a lot of stuff. We've done a lot of stuff. We've seen a lot of games.
Yep.
We've played a lot of games. We've shouted. We've loved.
Yeah.
We've
Had a
done-
lot of laughs.
We've not slept.
We've
No,
not slept.
that's been something we haven't had.
And we will be back with even more people, hopefully next year
Mm.
at some point.
We're
Can
gonna
I
fill
come back
this
next
room.
year?
You can come back next year.
I'm going to come back next year.
I don't even know what's been behind us this whole time.
Space.
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 I put us in
Space.
space, everyone.
Space. Yeah. Okay.
So you can find us all on games-link.com. That's where we
You
find
can.
everything. And LSJ News.
At LSJ Tweets and on Facebook and our website, lsjnews.co.uk.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's us out.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye, guys.